Hello there, this is Cindy at cindybdesigns.com. Thank you for joining me today. That is the card that we will be making. Another view. This is more of a technique video and how to create. We are going to be making a stencil from the Happy Die onto a window sheet. I eventually turned the blue over. I was thinking that you could see it better with the blue, but you really can't with the white, but we'll get there. And I have made a two-side template, and as this video goes on, I'll explain more to make it four-sided, to even make it longer. So again, we are using the Happy Dies, and that is going to form my cloud template there. And then to create our clouds in our card, we are going to be using Pool Party ink and our new blending brushes. These are the best on the market. Look how thick they are. There's hundreds of thousands of blending little hairs in there, and it's a good size brush too. You only need one for every color family, and then you're good. So to make our template, I have brought in my full-size Big Shot. You want to cut down your window sheet to 5 7/8 square. And I use my Swiffer cloth because window sheets on top of our cutting pads, a lot of plastic, and that Swiffer just helps, get that static down. So on one end, I put the cloud die cut down. And yeah, I'm doing that blue sheet thing again. There we go, the white. That is how it looks. So to get the other end of it done, I'm going to show you how to do that as well too. And that is how we're going to put on our die cut there, because if you see, the larger cloud formation over on the left is more towards the left, and then over on the right is more towards the right. So that way you can like flip your stencil over, you can turn it around, and you could pin it down on all four sides as well. Not only that, okay, that is how we're looking, because I just went easy this time. Not only that, you could keep moving that die down a full-size window sheet, which is 8.5 by 11. So something to think about, where you have more opportunities to get more different looking clouds. So that is our card base, thick, basic white. And I am bringing in our template there with Pool Party ink, and I'm looking at it. I like using the clear because that's what I'm used to, but you can use cardstock, vellum paper, whatever you want to do. So I'm tapping my brush onto the Pool Party, brought in a scratch paper to kind of tap it out to see what my color was going to look like. Went across it, inked it up again. It was really, really light. And went across it again. I prefer to use those circular motions because I don't want like a super huge ink coming out of or a lot of ink coming out of my stencil. I want to build up my clouds there. One thing I do wish I would have done when I went back and forth is maybe to wipe off the template at the opposite end before I laid it back down on the white cardstock, but you know what? It worked out just fine. And I was good with it, not too worried. So I am just going down the front of our basic white card base and adding our cloud background there. So as I'm working my way down the entire front of our cardstock, by the way, again, basic white, this is a landscape card where it's going to be 5.5 across by 4.25 down. So again, I'm just moving down, moving down, moving down. I don't have a sample card this time around because this is the actual card that we're making. But you can determine exactly how thick you want your cloud line to be, how you want it to line up, what you want to do. And you can do this technique with all of our dies too. Might be kind of funky with, banners or whatnot. That's also in those Happy Die cuts, which I absolutely love. And I wish I would have picked this up sooner because there's great borders in there too, but hopefully it'll be one that carries over. So that is our grass strip that I created, and we will get to that in a second after we finish up this last little cloud cover stencil there, and that is what we are looking like. And it's very realistic in person. And there we go. That brush, rinse it out, keep it the same, pop a label on it, then you're good. So that is what we're looking like. And now on to the next. That is Pear Pizzazz. I took the grass die cut from, it's right here in front of my face. Maybe it's not. Let's see. Special Day. And that's why I bought that, was because I wanted that grass die cut too. So that is die cut out of Pear Pizzazz cardstock. And then I took the ink pad with a sponge dauber and then just inked it up around the edges a little bit. Added a piece of tear and tape to the back right in the middle, and you'll see as we assemble this card why I did that. And then that Stamparatus, always invaluable tool. I use that to go ahead and get down my grass cover there. So there's like a lot of texture and dimension to this card, and we only have the grass and the cloud stamp so far. So I decided to use that image from Painted Poppies as my sun with So Saffron. Didn't quite turn out the way I anticipated it to. I really should like turn the stamp around, rotate it by 180, but you know what? It's a whimsical card. I am good with that. So that is our sun. Our doxies are coming out of the hot dog stamp set along with our sentiment. I have a Dachshund, Jezebel's a Dachshund, love her dearly, so that's why this card, not this card, but that stamp set really appealed to me. So bringing back in the Stamparatus, and I'm going to lay the Dachshunds out that I colored in our stamping blends. As always, a full supply list will be over on the blog at cindybdesigns.com. Direct link is directly, in this YouTube description. And I'm laying down that Bonjour. Had to bring it towards me so I can take a good look, see if I was straight or not. And then I'm going to get that down. But the dogs were just colored in, again, my Stampin' blends of soft suede, smoky slate, and some basic black in there. I did my usual wing it. So I'm inking up our sentiment with Memento Tuxedo Black. I put it on scratch paper first, our grid paper, because it just wasn't looking right on the lid of the Stamparatus, and it went down just fine. So I end up inking it up a couple more times with Memento Tuxedo Black just to get that nice, crisp sentiment that I love. And that is what we are looking like so far. I ended up laying it down 3 times, I believe. So now it's going to be time to bring back in the puppies. The one on the left, I'm kind of considering the female. The one on the right, kind of the guy. And that is why I put this strip of tear and tape right down the middle of that die cut, because I knew I wanted to sneak in the pups, their paws. Some in the grass, some on top of the grass, like they're trotting towards each other. And so for, I guess, my girl pup, I'm going to put her hind legs underneath the grass line, and then her front paws in the top. That Stamparatus tool, turned it around, made it work for me. Always using the L in it to keep my cardstock straight. And I put 3 full-size Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of the doxies. So that's my little boy dog, and he's trying to pick up on my girl dog, obviously, with Bonjour. And I brought in the dog Punch from Playful Pets, which coordinates beautifully. The designer series paper, everything with Hot Dog. And that's another testament to how perfectly coordinated all of our products are. So I punched out 3 hearts onto real red cardstock, and then took glue dots from Paper Pumpkin Kit, popped them on the back, and now I'm adhering them to the front of our card, you know, that rule of odds thing, and just getting that laid down. And I know this is a really simple card, but what I wanted to cover was how to create that stencil and then get it down with our blending brushes. Like I said again, they're like the best on the market. Very, very thick, and they are sturdy too. So I'm getting down our little last heart there. These clouds are really popular scene cards, pretty much anything that you want to do. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video and the technique and everything. And please leave me a comment. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And again, that comment thing is really important to me. I was too chicken to do a Facebook Live on Wednesday, so yeah, maybe I'll try again next week. But again, I'm glad that you are here today. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all next week for more blog posts and videos.